Welcome back to some Knights of the Old Republic 2. Been a couple days since I played some and I kind of stopped a little abruptly last time. So today we are going to aim to finish Telos, and then we're going to start exploring the galaxy, and we're going to pick a world to explore from here. So let's get on into it. Okay, with At and Theodore. Ooh, those are... It's a gas field.
This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back. Berserker mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker.
It's a pretty
than
useful
these.
ability to have in
After
Star
you.
Wars. Theodore has the ability to break through various shields with his repulsor fist. Nice. Oh, there are turrets. Watch out, guys. There are gas grates. Be careful. One moment. My cat's being needy. Being rude and opening my door. Okay.
I hear you.
Oh, Hatton leveled up. Nice.
Say the word.
Dang it, they're all running through the gas. That's so dumb. We're gonna auto level at
Say the word.
now. Slice terminal. Download facility map. Yes! Love me a good map. Deactivate local turrets and log
Just
out.
say the word. What's going on?
It didn't quite bring down the gas, but I don't know what. I don't think we have the option to do that yet, unfortunately. Ah, frustrating. Maybe walk through all these gas vents and crap.
Let's go.
Ooh, Theodore leveled up. Auto level him up too. Show him some flurry. Oh no! He got stunned. Hatton, get in the fight.
Everyone down.
Right. Good job, team. Ooh, administrator ID card. That'll be handy. Why do I keep turning around? That's weird. Alright, we're gonna avoid what's probably the gas vents. Ooh, backpack. Ooh, battle droid. Ah, I got stunned. Come on, disable droid. How long is this thing gonna last? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Ed, what do you... Okay, I forgot I was playing on hard. I definitely forgot I was playing on hard. I gotta take this real seriously. Oh no.
What's going on?
Theodore, do something. Come on. Oh, there are 3 droids. That would explain why I'm getting torn up.
Say the word.
Alright, come on. Oh, sweet, I leveled up. Perfect. Alright, level 11. Skills. Okay. So, we have computer use up to 8. Let's bring everything up to 8. I really need more skill points. I want to maximize persuade every level up. I want to be as persuasive as I can possibly be. Force power is cool. Got a new lightsaber style. What power do we want to take? Where is... Oh, there's Death Field. Okay. I guess I'll take Knights. No. Let's see. Force Aura, Force Valor, Resistance, Energy Resistance, Force Barrier, Battle Meditation. Okay, it's time to take Battle Meditation. Okay, we all nearly got murked there, but that's okay, we're fine now. Ooh, piece of candy. Sonic Discharge Cell. I have no med packs. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I forgot. I can't just save endlessly in this game. There is a limited amount of save space it will give me. So I can't just new save every time, unfortunately. I can try, but I will run out of space. Disable droid. You know what? Let's target the military droids first. Alright, everybody get in there. Mess him up. Oh, Beodor's down. That is surprising nobody. Okay, now focus on the military droids. Oh, I walked through the vent. Damn it. It's okay. We'll be fine. We got this. He said hesitantly. Oh boy. Oof. I got nothing. Okay, Beodor, Atten, it comes down to you. You're about to get murdered. You know what? Let's move to where most of the turrets can't see me. Oh, okay. And we're gonna sniper shot this. Did that turret just move? What? Oh my god, the turrets are moving! I didn't know you could do that! What? The turrets are patrolling! That is adorable! I don't know why it's adorable, but that is amazing! 20 years of playing this game, and I've never seen that before. Holy crap. I mean, I'm screwed, but that's neat. Alright, sniper shot. And I'm about to reload after that. Nice. Did I not give you a second pistol? Or do you still just suck with two pistols? Still kind of just suck with two pistols. And that is an energy shielded turret. Oh, there's a second turret right there. Okay. Alright. Nope. I'm gonna... Grenades. Okay, this is just a matter of trying to drop the turrets before they drop that. Super exciting. Just trading blaster shots. You know what? Maybe if I fall back, my party will respawn on me. I don't think it'll happen, but it might. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's another vent. It's gonna kill me. Here we go. Oh, there it went. Okay. We died. I'm gonna give the gas that team kill, though. The droids don't get that kill. The gas gets the points. It's like my third death this playthrough, I think. Okay. So, this is the room that has those turrets in it. Let me heal up Beodor. Take energy shields.
I hear you. Let's go.
Come here. Bash, please. Now I will have to rely on combat on my melee abilities because they didn't let my force recharge, and I really probably should have. Okay. The droids are certainly a threat, and so are the turrets. Yeah, Beodor, get in there. Do some front flips. Okay, that's one turn down. Come on. You can do this. Beodor's about to go down. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, the T-less military droid. Let's see if we can take it down. Because I think we killed one of the droids, two of the turrets. I think. And this will drop the second battle droid. There's that turret. poking its darn head. And I don't even think... Do I have a melee weapon? I do. Well... Alright. Okay. Oh boy, so 3 turns to deal with. It's maybe a quick trip. Or maybe Adam's gonna be good with a sword. We'll see. So far, doing okay. Re-energize my shield. Let's see where I messed up last time. Gas killed me. Come on. That's all you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Okay, excellent. A little bit of variety in our attacks. Honestly, with the energy shield active, I'm doing okay. It's not exciting combat, but it's effective. Come on! Oh! Oh boy, okay. I see my health getting low, so I need to... I'll use that. And then I'll activate my energy shield. And then I'll just get right back to trying to take down these turrets before they take me down. Alright, 1 left. Oh, this is stressful. Come on. Ooh, yes, and a strength adrenal. That actually should... I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Come on, come on. You can do it, Atten. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 1 more hit. Yes! Excellent. Good work, team. And by team, in this case, I mean Atten. Okay. 1 Aegis. Combat looks like old JRPGs like Final Fantasy VII. You just slap someone with your weapon, big numbers show up, and then eventually they explode. Slaps only. I won't lie, that fight with that turret kind of felt like I was just slapping it in the face. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. They haven't super appealed to me. The closest I've gotten, though, have been the Kingdom Hearts games, which I really enjoy. The 3 main games. The combat is... It's kind of D&D-like. You choose the type of attack you want to do. You do your attack. The opponent does the same thing, and then the number denotes or shows like how much damage you did respectively. To sum up, it makes a lot more sense to me now after I've played D&D for the last couple of years. Well, not last couple of years, but I've played for a few years, so it makes a lot more sense. And the stat building is also very important. Putting the points into the correct stats. I've learned a lot since I was a kid. Now I can, without looking up the build guide, I can build a pretty decent character most of the time. Maybe I should play a Final Fantasy game. I wouldn't even know which one to try at this point.
I hear you.
I've played... I feel like I played some JRPGs. But if you could recommend a good one, Aegis, I will happily check it out and maybe play one on stream. Why is that, Beodor?
I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition code for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
Alright. Ooh, keyless military droid. The droid has been deactivated. Is there any purpose to it being here, then? I'd try Final Fantasy X, use the dodgeballs.
What's going on?
I'm gonna disable these freaking vents here in a second. That's what's going on. Is Final Fantasy X one that, like, the game has to be online all the time, or can I play it, like, single player? Ooh, Jedi robes. Sweet. parts like that, like the parts. You have to play it to understand the reference. Okay, I can appreciate a reference I need to play. It's explicitly single player. That sounds like my kind of game. I tend to really prefer single player games most of the time. Helldivers kind of being an exception. But that's more co-op, so that's how I make it fall into the branch of single player. It's just cooperative experience. I've heard good things about them. I mean, Star Wars RPGs are most of my bread and butter. I've done The Witcher 3 specifically. What other RPGs have I done? Oh, I've done Dragon Age Origins. I've done Baldur's Gate 3 a ton of. I've played like hundreds and hundreds of hours into that game. I just haven't done it on stream. Maybe I need to. I have a family campaign, actually. My household's running, so maybe we could stream that sometime. That could be neat. What is Aegis? What is Final Fantasy in general about? What is Final Fantasy X about? Because I have no idea. I just know like Cloud and the big sword, and I also know Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within because I thought that was a super awesome movie growing up. Reminded me a lot of like Starship Troopers. Strangely enough. Alright, it's another droid down. Remains. Droid parts. Excellent. Always dig it. That's a big answer. Well, I mean, you could teach me something while I'm playing. But also I understand not wanting to do that. It's perfectly fine. At last, someone else. Are you part of the rescue team? Who are you? I'm part of the first Circus salvage team. I hid here when the turrets and droids went online. Haven't been able to reach anyone. You were here to get us out of here, yes? Follow me out. I will. Thank you. Okay. This is a very annoying quest. As simple as it is, because this jerk-off, his program, like, following you is horrible. Why do you keep trying to rotate the camera? Stop that. Alright, come on. Follow me all the way to the hangar. Not over there. Come on. Come a little bit further. Thank you. Alright, now stop there and pivot this way. I have to literally walk this guy to the exit, even though I've cleared the path completely. Come on. Come on, my little Twi'lek friend. Got some Juma juice for you. Just don't get stuck. Because I hate having to backtrack for this. That's right. Okay, good. Alright, come on. A little bit further. We are almost out. Don't you get stuck now. Come on. There we go. Almost out. Almost to the doorway. Ooh, peristeel cylinder. Plastisteel cylinder. I don't think I opened that. I did not. Alright, come on. Let's turn this quest in. Thank you again. I'll wait here for the next freighter. Okay. Light side points gained. Oh, not actual quest, not experience points, but light side points. Those are good. Currently on an Obi-Wan Kenobi build, Guardian Watchman, high dex, high charisma. Nice, Damon. Love having high charisma character. Very sassy. Freya, I'm trying to keep Persuade maxed so I could do all the crazy like Force Persuade and like high Persuade roll stuff. I know at some point I could make somebody jump off a building, though that's probably a dark side option. Every single game is its own story. Characters don't really persist through entries in the series. Okay, Aegis, that's fair. I can understand that. Can you give me maybe a 3-sentence description of Final Fantasy X? Can you fit it into 3 words? Or 3 sentences, not words. That would be crazy. Eat some disabled droid, you Telos military droid, you.
Let's settle this.
Thank you, Aegis, I appreciate it. Do or do not. There is no try. In the words of the great Master Yoda. Is that thing shooting us through the... How are you... You're not supposed to be able to do that. I am pretty sure the whole reason the shield exists is to keep people from being able to shoot through it, and that droid's just like, I just don't care. Come on, everybody! Let's work together. We gotta practice our teamwork for what's coming. Because, y'all, Atten, Theodore, there is a boss in this dungeon we're gonna have to deal with. It's gonna be a little challenging, considering I don't have a plethora of grenades.
Where that came from?
But I'll make sure that my force powers recharge so I can use my force abilities.
Where that came from?
Nice, Theodore, I love that. Hit in their face. Atten, did I switch you back? Oh, no, you must have auto-switched. Oh, I set his combat style to ranged. Terminal. Log out. There's nothing in here, but that's okay, because I'm going to do pro gamer move here real quick. Overload the droid's recharge stations. Sweet. The charisma bit has been a nice resale value. That's good, damn it.
Just say the word.
Sweet. Are you talking about specifically in KOTOR 2? The Persuade giving us better values with merchants? I know in a lot of games, usually having good charisma and Persuade helps with that. I just, honestly, am not sure if it helps in KOTOR. That'd be kind of nice, though. I carry around a lot of junk. It is absolutely unnecessary. Ooh. What's behind this door? An HK-50 unit. Damaged HK protocol droid. Repair. Activate the unit. The droid is now active, however, many of its functions still appear to be disabled. Program the droid to follow you. Once you end this session, the droid will follow you. Okay, leave it alone. Eat. Okay. I see a door on the map. Military base sublevel. Oh, okay. Alright, I guess there was nothing there to be had. The story of Final Fantasy IV is told by Titus, a sports star from futuristic metropolis called Zanarkand. During a match, Titus gets swept up to another world and joins Summoner Yuna and her friends on her journey to save the world of Spyro from a rampaging monster known as Sin. Making their way towards the mythical Zanarkand while running into the corrupt undercurrent of Spira's society. Titus holds on to the hope that he will one day find his way back home. Oh, nice. Well summed up. Oh, you know what? Damn it, let me check the stat and see. Those are feats. Skills. Persuade. Okay. Persuade options appear when selected. Guard may easily agree to increase a bounty, but commits to leave him his post would be much harder. It doesn't say anything about merchants or price, unfortunately. That would be really cool. Oh, look, I have med packs. That would be really handy, though, if it did. It'd be a nice way to get a lot of credits to buy some of the really good in-game gear. Also, a great time to mention, because I got some really good in-game gear when I was playing through the first KOTOR this time on Yavin, on the Yavin 4 DLC. I do upload my campaign story games to my YouTube channel. My link is on my channel page here on Twitch, but you can find my entire playthrough of the first KOTOR as well as my first part, and I think my second part's uploaded now for KOTOR 2. So make sure to check that out, because those are a lot of fun. That's right. These turrets are not enabled yet. Okay. Getting ready to...
Just say the word.
Do I have a high demolition skill? Nope. Demolitions, 13. Okay. Come set some sonic mines at some turrets.
this right.
hopefully when they activate here in a minute, it's gonna take care of it.
Right here.
Missed that one.
I'll just leave this right here.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to put Final Fantasy X on my list. And honestly, I'll probably plan on streaming that one. Is it out already? Is it coming out? What's the deal with that, Aegis? Smacking them with the staff. Yeah, so Beador's arm, this repulsor arm, is what gives him the ability to just walk up and just punch the crap out of repulsor fields and deactivate them. So I can have him run up to a droid, a turret, an energy shield, and just punch it, and it'll drop it.
I hear you.
Or at least severely jack with it. Start the reactor. Here we go. Oh, Final Fantasy X's been out for a decade. What console is it on? Does it happen to be on the Xbox One? Oh boy, here we go. That is a tank droid that we now get to deal with. Well, I guess the mines aren't going to do anything. Crap. That's a shame. That's okay. At least I can pick him back up and take him to another fight. There's just a particular instance where the mines are super helpful that I'm planning to use them for.
Where that came from?
PlayStation 2. Ah, okay. It is on the Xbox One. Okay, yeah, I will have to check that out. Atten, why don't you pick up these mines? Originally came out on the PS2. Nice. I remember hearing about Final Fantasy games back when I had a PlayStation 2. But again, I never played them. I played the Crash Bandicoot games. I played Jak and Daxter. I played... Oh man, what are some other good PS2 games that I played? I like the Digimon World games. Those were a lot of fun, and I played the Army Man games a lot. Those were a blast. Ton of fun. Alright, let me prep to fight this tank droid. It's been ported like 50 times. Oh, okay, so Final Fantasy X is like Skyrim. It's just ported to everything, everywhere, all the time. Every time. Good to know. Which game is Cloud in? I know him and Sephiroth, they've got their sword duels. I've seen the movie that has Cloud and Sephiroth in it. Ooh, pizza candy. Droid impact armor. Eat. Alright, force points are almost fully recovered. We're gonna save before we go out there like a smart person. Final Fantasy VII has Cloud and Sephiroth. Okay, cool. I have interacted with both Cloud and Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. That's about where my knowledge of them ends. I know Cloud has like a cool motorcycle and a ton of different swords, I think, that combine, or I might just be thinking of the Final Fantasy movie that has him in it. Alright, we're gonna just disable you, and then do some Force Lightning.
Where that came from?
That didn't work. Okay, just focus on Disable Droid. The remake is a blast. Good to know. Okay. I'll, like I said, I will have to put that on the list. Final Fantasy. Alright, yeah. That's not going to be my next game, because the remaster of Battlefront 1 and 2 come out next week, so I'm going to be playing a ton of that. But I will definitely play it soon. I'll definitely add that to the list, because the next couple things I was thinking about playing are playing through the Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order 2 games, which are a lot of fun. Oh, I forgot the codes. We need you guys stay here. I gotta get these codes. Speed it all the way back. Run, 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 Forrest, run! There it is. Okay. Man, taking security is nice. There's the data pad that I need. This character has been pretty well rounded so far. I'm happy about that. The main streaming plan at the moment is to just play through games. In this case, I was just really feeling KOTOR, and it was a great game to start streaming with. And then I knew for sure I wanted to play KOTOR 2. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to jump into it immediately or like take a break and play a different game and come back to it. But I don't have it like planned out super in advance right now. It's pretty whimsical. Like on the weekend, I played Helldivers, and on Saturday sometimes I play like my main story game, in this case KOTOR 2. I'll probably have like my planned in advance streams are going to be my story streams, like my games like KOTOR, Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, and then more multiplayer related or based games will be more unplanned, like on the weekends or late at night, maybe like Friday nights kind of thing after I do my main story stuff. Because I genuinely enjoy these sorts of games. I get the most gaming enjoyment out of these sorts of games. Unlock hangar doors. Yes, please. Log out. Let's get out of here. We are done in this bunker. This old orbital shuttle doesn't have hyperdrive, but it can get you out of the restoration zone. Take the shuttle to the shielded mesa in Telos' polar region. Command everywhere like that. Oh yeah, just force speed. All the time.
Statement.
If I had that kind of speed, I might not walk. I might just like run.
We must pursue
everywhere.
Observation. They've likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control
Or
computer
HK-50
likely
droids.
record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer.
You guys are just gonna dog me forever.
The shuttle's movement across the shield network. However, the shield network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement.
Town of the Jedi. Reduced travel times. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Force jump, force speed. Force jump is, I feel like, basically giving you real life double jump. Being able to run that fast, oh. Think about it. You could use the force to like help hold your breath underwater. You could use it to almost put yourself into like hibernation. Maybe slow the bleeding if you got hurt or something got hurt. It would be such a useful skill to have other than just for the running. But I would never use it to run. Get a workout. Also, Damon, if you were asking earlier what my build was, right now I'm doing the Consular. I think, maybe. I can't remember what my advanced class is. Or I haven't gotten there yet. Am I doing Sentinel? Or Consular? I genuinely might be doing Sentinel. No, I can't remember. Darn it. Irritated declaration? I was the one you guys shot down. I'm the irritated one.
But now that we have bound you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum.
Facilitate
And put an
communications.
end to hostilities.
Your hostilities are trying to kill me. How many? Any reason why you shot down my vessel?
Unnecessary clarification. We merely
Consulars
wish to
are
cripple
fun to
your
play.
vessel.
I agree.
Once we
Would be a
tracked
good
your
Gandalf
coordinates,
build.
we were able to
Yes.
deploy several
Good
droids
Jedi
in this
Master build
location.
with lots of
Be
horsepowers.
wary. We are, however, rather
I also really like the
curious
Sith
as to
Lord
why
jet
you
build.
chose to come to the remnants of the polar
Dark side
Delos
powers.
irrigation system. There is nothing here that our
How did y'all
instruments can
beat me?
detect.
Here's the question.
Eager threat. But we are looking for
Eager threat.
your motives for coming
I
here
eagerly
when
threaten
placed
you.
with torture restraints.
If you want to fight, then come on. Okay. We're gonna save, because this is definitely a boss fight. No, I don't want to. There we go. Okay. And then we can give Atten. You need another pistol, dude. Kreia. Level your points up. Okay, we need to give you some serious force powers. Oh, you've already got the ones I would probably give you. Take Force Scream. Okay. Alright, there's one. There's two. Can we get three? Come on. I like how I just deflected that charge blast back at him. Come on. Kreia, get in there, and let's heal up. Well, that's not fun. Nice. Excellent. Good teamwork. Good teamwork. And we got an HK control cluster. Another part for our HK that we are repairing back on the Hawk. Good job, everybody. Let's go check on it, Beodor. Oh, and I need to check. I am Jedi Consular, damn it. My initial thought was correct. And I'm going to take a Jedi Master Advanced Class build. That is my plan. Okay, I've checked on Beodor. Not really worried about the map up here. Although, yeah, why not? Let me just run to the edge. And then run around. Come on, team! Let's exercise. You guys got my force speed too. Let's go. So for those of you hanging out in the chat, what are your favorite RPGs? I'm happy to expand my upcoming game list. So I'd be happy to hear some cool recommendations or hear some fun. Any good RPGs you guys got? Shoot them my way. Fable 2. I have never played more than about 1 hour of a Fable game. I'm sad to say. I know they were big when I was growing up, but I never really played them. Elder Scrolls games are really good. I like Morrowind, but I've only finished Oblivion and Skyrim. I've played a ton of Morrowind as I've grown up, or as I was growing up, but I just never finished the game. Baldur's Gate 3 is excellent, and I would agree, Aegis. Probably one of, if not the best RPG I've ever played as well. Hands down. I wouldn't even say it's my favorite, it's just the best one I've ever played. Come on, Beodor, get up. Ooh. I made it. The story was so good, and I love the morality scale, powers, and characters. I agree. I really appreciate... One thing I loved about Baldur's Gate is it genuinely gave me a better understanding of a lot of spells in D&D. And seeing them in effect and seeing some of the things you could do with them makes me feel like I would have a better understanding of magic-based characters in D&D. Because I normally play fighters and variations of such. Alright, we mean you no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell?
Oh,
I mean,
my
why did they
bad,
lock us
Aegis.
up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for
I
Jedi.
What?
feel like the
ice
story,
Yes.
powers,
it
and
bears the
characters
semblance
of
an
Borderlands 3 is
academy.
great. There's not so much the morality scale, though.
Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the Academy on
Game in a very
Dantooine.
good way. That's good.
But this place...
Glad to hear that.
Oh, Atris.
Good light RPGs, by the way, if y'all haven't played them, are the Jedi
Sooner we're out of here,
Knight
the
and
better.
Jedi Academy
Two
games.
crazy Jedi are
They're
more
pretty
than enough for me.
basic
No one told me we
RPGs.
were gonna be dumped
The
in
only
a
thing you're really
nest of
leveling
Jedi.
up is like your
What is it
force
about
powers.
this place that causes you such
but they're
fear.
pretty fun.
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not.
Know how they are? What? What do you mean, Atton?
What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me
Stop struggling.
deep, deeper to its
I want this actress
Stop.
to read a good Star Wars audiobook.
Ah,
That would be awesome.
fear.
Maybe one of the new,
Smuggled. Guilt.
one of the new High Republic books.
It squirms in
That'd be
you
neat.
like a worm. And the why?
Ooh, I should stream playing Republic Commando sometime soon. That's a great game.
Heart. You
Like doing insane things,
surprised
destroying a whole town.
me. I could
Okay.
not feel it before.
Wait, in Fable 2 you can destroy whole
Things are a
towns? Really?
powerful shield.
That's kind of fun.
Do not worry, Adam. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please.
Well, now I want to
I'm
know.
asking you.
It was
I
very
don't
good.
want him to...
Think less of you.
I think that was the
hardly think
main
that's
introduction
possible.
I had to
Still, there is
first-person
no shame
shooters
in what you
other than
ask.
Halo.
We all wage war with the past.
And my
it leaves
kid
its
plays that
scars.
game a ton. He hasn't
I will
finished
not
it yet.
speak of
He's
yours,
only like,
Adam,
he's still little,
there
but
is
he
a
plays that game.
price
He really
for
enjoys it.
such things.
Play
What?
RPGs like Pokemon
What
series
price?
up to Black and
There
White.
are those who
Fun to
wage
play.
war and those who follow them.
Oh, okay, yeah,
There are
that makes
those
sense.
who
Ooh,
but you have your uses. You know. how
chat, what are your
important
favorite
this manly
Pokemon
travel
games?
with is.
Because mine are
Even one
Alpha,
such as
or
you
excuse me,
can feel it.
Omega and
You will serve him until I
Alpha
release
Sapphire and Omega
if I
Ruby and their
refuse,
original
you
versions
will
of
not.
Sapphire and Ruby
If
and
you do,
Emerald are
then my
my
silence will be
favorite
broken.
Pokemon games of
And
all
then,
time.
Atton, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atreus
Also,
learns of your
I want to
choice,
show off real
you
quick.
will
I got
leave
a
this
new
place.
Gundam in last
Whatever
week.
fear you hold of the
My
Jedi,
Hyper
know
Mode
that if
Burning
you
or God
disobey me,
Gundam. I really
that
like
my
it. It's a fun
punishment
little
will
toy.
make you beg for the death that has
I also
left you.
went to a convention last weekend,
You
not
will
this
not
previous, but
find blind
a weekend ago, and I picked up this awesome Spartan figure
You
that I
will
had when I
never
was a
taste
kid.
again.
I don't know how
just
you
a fun little thing that I got.
Witch, but why a vicious
I might
old
kind of do a
scout
show
like
and
yourself
tell
even
on
bother
my
with me is a
stream,
bigger
my
mystery.
shelf back
No
here.
game of the
Always wanted
Jedi
to do that
can
kind of
be
stuff.
won without pawns, and this may prove to be
They
a
are still
very
talking.
long game.
Mm.
You are
I think there's
accepting
subtitles. You guys don't have to
your
listen to me. You can
footsteps
just read their
for
subtitles if
even
I'm
one
drowning
such
them out.
as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength.
Heart,
Your
Gold, Soul,
spirit,
Silver are probably my
as
favorite
diseased as it
Pokemon.
is,
I need to get those
refuses
and play
to allow
through.
you to give up,
I've
no matter
never
what
played through
threats
Gold
you
or
face,
Silver,
whatever
or their
obstacles
remakes.
you leave behind.
I just haven't.
I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has
But
to
someone has to fly the ship.
Force is a hard
Add it
thing
to the
do.
stream list.
Crossed
I
our path for a reason.
don't know
Our path
how I
was
would
a
stream
for a
Pokemon
reason.
games.
And now I know why.
To be honest, I'm not sure how I would do it
And
if
it
I was
must be
playing like a
that
Switch
the
game,
future can be set in
because
motion.
I've got some games on Switch that could be fun to
Care to
stream.
explain?
I just don't know
I've wasted
how
enough time on you.
to do that.
Sleep.
I'm still pretty new with this, still ironing out a lot of the kinks, which is why most of my streaming is going to be Xbox games, because the audio settings and video settings are a little bit more simplistic for my benefit. Even just on PC, it's like, yeah, that sounds about right. If I was going to do that, I would play Digimon World 2. It's just one of those old PlayStation 1 games that I love. When I first got out of the military, I downloaded it and played it religiously for like a week, and then I got bogged down at
I
a
did
point.
not expect to see
I
you
would just-
again after the day of
I
your
had to wipe the
sentencing.
computer and
I
lost the
thought you had
files, I
taken the
think.
exiles
Unfortunately,
path, wandering the
it's
galaxy.
an RPG, but in a
Yet
way,
you have
GTA
returned.
Online. No, that's
Why?
fair. I've tried to play GTA Online. I got messed up by dudes with tanks an awful lot, and then I stopped playing. It's not my intention to come here, Atris, or see you
Yet
again.
here you are. Perhaps you do not
Excuse
know
me.
yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing
Dragon
to admit
Age
you were right
Origins.
to
Ooh,
cast you
Rogue
out?
Caboose. That is an excellent RPG. I really like the story. It is a beautiful game. It looks very, very good. I haven't done the deal. Well, I think I did some of the DLC when you go into like the cavern or the Underdark or the equivalent of the Underdark. But it is very good. I haven't played, or no, I didn't play Origins. Excuse me. I played Dragon Age Inquisition. I have not played Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2. Idris, refresh my memory. Why did the council cast me
Why?
out?
Because you turned your back on us. And the Order. You followed Revan to war
Good.
against the Mandalorians.
But Dragon Age
the very
Origins,
war that made Revan a lord
I've
of the
started
Sith
it,
and ruined
and it
you.
definitely feels like it's more like the KOTOR style games where your character, you're picking your dialogue from a list of options and you're not speaking it. You're like, you read it and then they just react to it, which is why while I'm playing the KOTOR games, I'm reading my text to turn it into a bit more of a conversation. I could not stand by and allow innocents to die
So
in the
you
Outer
said,
Rim.
so long ago. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian
Being really
threat.
judgmental right
They
now,
urged
Idris.
caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were
Oh
a
my
Jedi
gosh.
no longer,
You know what I
and
really
so
want
you
to
were
play right now? I
exiled.
really want a Mortal Kombat style G Gundam game. Because what other game could you make with the Mobile Fighter G Gundam series? You just make it a tournament style fighting game, and you just throw in all the Gundams from like the 50 episodes of the show that we got. Oh, that'd be so cool. I'd totally play as the Master Gundam though. Definitely went off on a tangent there. Sorry. I also recall you wish me my punishment could have been worse. For that, I am grateful.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept
Chat.
so I would never.
Who are your favorite Force users in Star Wars? Maybe we can get some deep cuts going in. I am no longer a Jedi. It was no longer
Indeed.
mine. She's
The
got my
lightsaber is the
lightsaber.
mark of a Jedi.
That's
When
rude.
you turned your back
Ooh,
on the
Qui-Gon
Order,
Jinn's a good
it
Jedi.
was not yours anymore.
I like him
I
a
have
lot.
always kept it as a
really
reminder
like
of
him.
what can happen when your passion
definitely a good pull.
actions. I have kept it, so I would never.
I
forget
kind of
your
like Cade
arrogance or your
Skywalker.
insult to the
He's not
Order.
my favorite, but I really like him. Though he is edgy as all get out. One of the edgiest Skywalkers, I would say. If I became a Jedi again, would you return it to me?
Become a Jedi again. That is a thing far out of reach. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been
What other
difficult.
Force users do I
Yet
like?
you gave the Council
I know
no
there's
other
more.
choice. You gave
Ooh,
me no other
Corran
choice.
Horn. One of my all-time favorite Jedis, for sure. Easily within my top 10 Force users. But an ace X-Wing pilot. He was a detective in Coruscant. Flew with Rogue Squadron, Jedi Master. It got some pretty cool offbeat Force powers. He's got energy distribution / manipulation, which is really cool. There's a bit in his book, I, Jedi, which I cannot recommend enough. I love that book. It's a very good book. Written by the same guy who wrote about half of the X-Wing chapter books / the comic series, Michael Stackpole. Might be wrong on that. But the energy manipulation Force ability, because Corran Horn can't really use telekinetic powers like a lot of Jedi can, he's got a bit of a different wheelhouse. So there's a bit in the book where he's getting hit with like a shock baton, like a stun gun. And it's just not working because he is taking the energy current into himself and runs it through his body, then dissipates it onto the floor enough so like a passing Bothan's hair kind of stands on end, but nobody notices. And the guy's like, I don't understand. Why isn't it working? He's like, you might have to check the batteries on that stun stick. So the guy's like, probably the guy responds and just touches himself with it at the highest possible setting, and he's just like, ugh, and just collapses on the ground. And it is hysterical. I do a poor job of describing him, but I found it very amusing. Darth Bane is an excellent pull as well. I like him when he gets his basilisk armor in his book trilogy. Chef's kiss. Especially the audiobooks are really good. The first one was excellent. So your early desire for a fighting G Gundam already exists for SNES. That show is old enough to have SNES games? Is it really? More like Street Fighter. Okay, fair enough. Mortal Kombat is just the game that pops into my head when I think fighting games. Yeah, didn't play a lot of Street Fighter, didn't play a lot of Tekken. I played a little bit of Soul Calibur. I liked playing as Spawn, and then the guy with the sword on one arm was cool. I went to war to protect others, not
So
for
your
battle.
choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more
on YouTube.
aggression.
Fair enough.
That is not the Jedi way.
Fair enough. And the Council's way was to meet aggression. I'm not here to argue, or am I? I told you, it was not aggression. I was defending
Every choice
others.
we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear.
Ooh,
when
Rogue
none existed
Caboose,
before.
Kyle
By
Katarn.
meeting aggression,
Excellent.
by serving as an opponent against which
Oh,
the Mandalorians
he's pretty
could
great. I'm
test
currently
themselves,
playing
you
the
fed their
Dark
hate,
Forces
their lust for
remaster. I've
war.
never played it
It
before,
sent a
and I
terrible
really
feeling.
enjoy playing as Kyle.
And because
He's
of
pretty
it,
great. I
you
liked him
and
in
those
Jedi.
Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way. And you
Exile?
turned on us.
Jedi Knight? Jedi Knight 2, I think. Yeah, Jedi Knight 2. Revan and Malik turned on you,
Without
not I.
you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malik's crusade would have been over before it began.
And then you know nothing of what drove me or Revan. I'm not here to debate the Council's decision. Then you know nothing of what drove me
I know
or
you
Revan.
betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught, you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings
Not really.
require we examine our actions.
Well,
acting
the
without
acts at the
reflection
end
is not our way.
Maybe. So you were content to let the Outer Rim die for the sake of teachings? Hesitation and passivity are also strong emotions, one we should guard
There was no
against.
guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
No, there was no guarantee we would win, but if we had not acted, well, we could have waited, but defeating the Mandalorians after they had won
There are
would have been
victories
difficult.
other than physical ones. The real victory lay in the...
And how many people would have died if the Mandalorians hadn't been stopped?
You do not know...
If the Mandalorians had won, I have only my experience to guide me, and they tell me that you and the Council
How
were wrong.
dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your
I am debating
grave,
you
and
in good
Malachor
faith
5
here.
is where
You
you
don't
should
need to
have
get upset.
died.
What? At last it comes out. Was it always this personal with you? I'm so glad I have points
You
in
see
awareness.
shadows where there are none, and hate where there is none. You are blind as always.
You were
I
angry,
tire of
Atris.
fighting with you. You lust for war, and you
No, I
always
don't.
will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So
No, I
answer.
wasn't.
If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
Tell me what you've done with my
Your
friends first.
concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it
Ooh,
unusual that you
Aegis.
are
I
traveling
just
with
saw your
others.
comment about Darth Maul,
I had thought
but
you'd forsaken
I
the company
agree.
of others
I
after the
also
war.
really liked
Or
seeing
is that
what
why
they
you
did
were
with
here?
him in the Clone Wars and then in Rebels. He is a great character. He's a very tragic character. He doesn't really win. I also liked his brother and his brother's voice actor. Blanking on his name. Same guy who voices Mr. Krabs. But yes, Darth Maul and Savage Opress were pretty cool. Darth Maul being all crazy. I remember watching the premiere of the Clone Wars episode where Savage finds him and he's all just like maniacally crazy and he's like that huge spider-like thing and it's just That came out like when I was in high school and still made my skin crawl. It was a really good scene. I'm looking for my ship so I can leave
Your
Telos.
Ah, the Ebon Hawk.
Clancy Brown.
It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Grogu and Ahsoka. Freya, very good Force user pulls. Very good Force user pulls. The destruction of Paragus was an accident.
Something beyond your control.
Mr. Krabs was...
Moving
Oh, thank you.
unchanged.
Thank you,
Acting
Rogue
instead of
Moose.
thinking, putting
He is
yourself
super
before
cool.
the
I've
galaxy
seen him in a
before
lot of
the
things.
Jedi.
Ooh, he was good. He was really good as the Harbinger in John Wick 4, by the way. Small role, but he was good. He did a good job. I know I put Telos in jeopardy, but I had no choice.
Your
I
crime is
genuinely
not
didn't
more
cause
than
the
that.
destruction.
Without
It literally was the
faith
Harbinger
in
shooting at the
station
asteroids.
cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet, and its destruction will echo across 20
Savage
other
oppresses
worlds.
Maul brothers. Yes, he was Maul's brother. What do you
Telos
mean?
was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim.
Excuse me.
When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by
Ooh,
the Sith, will
okay.
remain graveyard
Hey, chat,
worlds,
who
devoid
is
of life. And that is the magnitude
The
of your
Force
crime.
user characters or character that you hate the most slash love to hate? Preferably love to hate. We don't want to just have a general hate train, but I will lead us off with I love to hate Pon Krell. That asshole. And everything he did on Umbara. It's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian
So you
Wars.
still hold to your flawed convictions.
I really love to hate him.
You think to anger me you are wrong. How is it that you are not content?
I also
to
really
confine
like
your
Darth
ruin to
Malgus,
yourself?
by the way.
You
I've
must
got a
spread
figure
it
of
to
him.
others wherever you go.
I need to put my
Ruin
KOTOR
yourself with your
characters up
actions
here on
if
the
you
shelf
will.
while I'm playing through the
But
games.
when your actions bring harm
he's
to
pretty cool
others,
too.
then you must answer for it.
Now, I get blamed for the actions of the Sith.
What do you mean?
The Sith have returned, and they are hunting all of us, all of the Jedi.
Speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. Tell me,
I
where
should
did you
suspect
encounter
so.
them?
The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
Paragus? What would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
Also, I want your reason why you love to hate the Force user. And I'm going to put a caveat. Feeling that a character is a Mary Sue, for the sake of this discussion, is not a sufficient reason to hate a Force user. I'm putting that out there. Palpatine from The Rise of Skywalker was a sack of clone pudding, but dude, his lightning Kamehameha. That scene, the third time I saw that movie in theaters, that scene woke me up and I was like, yep, this is still awesome. That scene right there, as well as the scene where all the reinforcements show up, is very, very cool. His clone stuff, I feel like, was handled a little bit better in the Dark Forces comics. I have opinions on The Rise of Skywalker. They are mixed at best. The Sith believe me to be the last Jedi. I have
If they
opinions on
thought
that
you
movie
were
too.
Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake.
Aegis,
And if
do you
escaped,
feel he
they'd
was
most
a
likely
sack of
let you
clone
go
pudding
to see if you would lead them here.
story-wise, or do you just feel like, with given the way he was literally just hooked up to that life support machine, that made him the sack of clone pudding? I do not think I was followed, but if so, I offer you my help. You'll need it.
offer your aid after turning your back on me, on the Council. The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand.
I just don't like how they handled the character, but also how he was just a weak villain in that movie. That's fair. I think that's a valid criticism. Persuade. But I always understood war, and that's who you need now.
But if you help me,
Success!
it cannot be done
Yes!
from here. There are others
Right.
in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat.
I'll do my best work
If
out
you can
and about.
find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger
Somehow
for it.
Palpatine
Take your shot,
returned.
seek them out. If you
He
find
needed more
them,
scenes or
encourage
build up.
them to
He
gather
didn't have a
on
lot of
Dantooine.
characterization explaining
From
in the
there, we
movie.
can
His
call a
motivations
council
just
and
kind of
see
shows
what
up.
can be done.
I think there has since been work done throughout the various Star Wars mediums and media formats to create more setup for that, which to me, is an acceptable way of fixing a story, is by telling other stories that add crumbs that will then eventually, canonically wise, timeline wise, build up to what happens. And to me, I'm okay with that. I'll gather what help I can and assemble them on
Then I shall
Dantooine.
send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart. We
I
shall
haven't
move
read
on,
the Rise of
mistress.
Skywalker book. I know in the Last Jedi novel there was a lot.
Come with us.
Some of the characterization that happens in their characters' heads was very helpful, and improved on some things that I feel didn't work in the movie. I would assume the same is the case for Rise of Skywalker.
Are you all right,
That's
mistress?
usually the
The
case with a
exile
lot of
brought up
movies. The books
feelings
give you more
best
characterization.
Forgive me, mistress.
But having
I
not
must
read it, I
ask,
don't know 100% for
exile,
sure.
I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such
I suspect
passion.
you did.
As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was...
Okay,
he
so
was
we've got
so
Palpatine
right. He was
as a
so
character.
certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over
Palpatine
the Jedi,
specifically
over the
from Rise of
Council,
Skywalker
over-
as a
But now-
disliked Force user
now I'm
character.
tired. I must meditate.
Anybody else
Of
got any
course,
other
mistress.
pulls?
I will tell the others you are not
And it's
to be
okay
disturbed.
if
And
it
please,
if it
do not
doesn't make
exhaust
sense, or
yourself.
if you hate a main Force user or a big character, that's totally fine. That's totally okay. I agree with you, Aegis. I really feel like Rey would use a saber staff, and not necessarily a not a dual-bladed lightsaber like Maul. I think it would be a staff, which would be really cool and give her something really unique. I would love to see that. I was really hoping for it in Rise of Skywalker, but we didn't get it. Darth Warlock? Is he a Wookiee? I feel like he's a Wookiee. We have a lot. We have traversed enough on our alignment to have like a serious. We're now into the light side character portion of the alignment. Neat. There's Vistamar. Excuse me.
I have felt it too, my lord.
Checking some
Just
messages
don't-
real quick while the scene plays, just making sure everything's doing okay. Might have to go use the restroom and maybe get a snack here in a minute.
It was difficult to make
That's
out.
Darth
why. At
Nihilus.
first It was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You!
Oh, he didn't like that.
You are the darkness in which all life
Great.
dies, my lord.
Oh, Rocaboose. I know exactly who you're talking about. Because that happened at the end of the, I'll wait till the end of this. I know exactly what you're talking about. That guy was a
My
punk.
life is yours.
He
I
was a
beg
punk.
you, please. Let me die.
Now in my head, I'm just raging about that character.
Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you.
Because that was at the end of the
I
Rat
believe it
Ghoul
once, my lord.
amulet crossover from all the Star Wars comics that were happening at the time. That was the tail end of that. Darth Krayt was a pretty cool villain. I really liked him. Okay, let's save, so if anything happens, we don't have to go through all that again. I have to start deleting some of these saves, because even saving over them, I'm still slowly losing free blocks, because this was designed for the Xbox, and the original Xbox had memory blocks. Let's go link up with my party. Man, I expected to be off Telos, but I'm talking a lot more this stream. And I'm fine with that. As long as y'all are fine with that. I hope y'all are fine with that, because that's what you're getting. Either way, we're going to finish Telos today. Then I might do Nar Shaddaa next. That depends. What was I supposed to find here?
From your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come
Bane
to this
trilogy.
place by chance.
Quartus was an
We were led.
insufferable character.
This woman who resides here,
That name is
she did
really
something to you
familiar.
once
I
that
have
held
read
in
those
the
books.
hands
It's been a
of
little
one
bit.
still.
Is he the character that, like, not the lightsaber instructor, but was he the one who was in charge of the Sith Academy until all of the Academy joined the war on Rusan? That then tries to make a deal with Bane, and Bane's like, huh, no, and then just ends him like that, like it wasn't even nothing. Yeah, he was an insufferable character. I agree. He falls into that love-to-hate type of character. She was one of the council who cast me out of the order and wanted to punish me even further.
I see it now. The act has left its
Speaking of the
marks.
Darth Bane
Be
trilogy,
warned.
the
Unresolved events from our past
scene
can create
where
wounds in the present and the
Darth
future,
Bane
and
is
more
sniping
importantly,
and gets
they can
flashbanged
distract you,
and then
weaken
snipes
you.
through the
It could
Force
prove fatal
is
against
so
the enemies we
cool
face.
and so well done. The woman here is a Jedi, Atris, one of the council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Atris plans to heal the galaxy, then rebuild the Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
That is very strange. Aren't the handmaiden students?
Her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
Well, there's nothing to be gained
Well,
talking
let
here.
us depart.
Yes, let's. Is that okay? He looks
He's
out
only
cold.
Sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
He could sleep on the ship. Let's go.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost
It's
consciousness
okay.
in the crash.
Dude, we crashed. There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this
Good.
place? Where are we?
Jedi Academy, concealed in the northern pole of
This
Telos.
must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room,
Bingo.
This place. It looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I've been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to
I am,
travel?
General. If you wish, I may travel with you.
His favorite
or
Star Wars
join you at the
character.
ship.
You know, I don't particularly feel one way or the other about Jar Jar. I think it's situational. Sometimes I really enjoy him, and other times I don't want him on screen. Some of his Clone Wars episodes were good. I enjoyed those. I genuinely enjoy him in Phantom Menace and his small part in the rest of the sequels, or the rest of the prequels. Ooh, excuse me. Almost spouted some Star Wars heresy there for a second. Come with me then. I could use your help.
Very well, General.
Choose 2 members. We're gonna take Kreia and Beador. Influence gained. Beador. You're no health, Beador. That's weird. Alright. Piece of candy. Man, I wonder Who is my least... You know what? I kind of have a broad, somewhat BS answer to my least favorite Star Wars character. It would be any character or characters that treat the clones badly. Because that gets under my skin, and that makes me feel really sad. And I don't like seeing the clones get treated badly, because I love all of the clones. Like, the whole clone army, all of them. I love every single freaking clone. So when I see them treated badly, it really bothers me. It makes me really sad. It's probably why I'm not caught up on Bad Batch, because the Crosshair episodes where you get to see how badly they're all getting treated and everything just breaks my heart, and it just kills me, so I haven't. It's a great show, but the clones get treated badly, sadly, by the Empire, which makes me hate the Empire even more. T3, are you alright? It wasn't your fault they took the ship, T3. Hold on. What information are you talking about? Why would she want what's in your memory core? You can fill me in later. Let me get you out there first. I agree, we're still making up what they're saying in our heads. I love it. Alright, join us on the Ebon Hawk or Ray Leaf. Bye, T3. I'm glad you're okay. Light side points gained, influence gained with T3, and I have been increasing my repair stat and my computer use, so I will be able to upgrade T3. Sweet. Poison Grenade. Maybe we should... I'm trying to think what world I should do first after, because we're done here. For now. I guess I could go to D-list and do some side quests, but I'm kind of ready to start exploring the galaxy. Board the Ebon Hawk. This is the loading ramp to the Ebon Hawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving the Delos Polar region for good. Enter the Ebon Hawk. Okay, while it's playing these cinematics, I am going to go use the restroom before I pee myself. Be back, chat.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
And I'm back. Didn't miss a thing.
Well, now that we're off that Dajar board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see light.
Mostly because I have never... Rogue Goose, I've never seen Star Wars Holiday Special before. Never seen it. What's with T3? Sending out a notification about my stream here real quick. What are you talking about, T3? Good. Don't watch it. Okay. I've heard horrible, horrible things about the holiday special. You downloaded Atris's archive?
What is the machine saying?
He said there's a holo recording of my trial in Atris's
We seem
records.
to have found it.
Grab a snack. A snack.
Do you know why we have called you here?
Ugh, Vrook. You know what? I want to change. I want to change my answer. Well, I hate Rook. He is an asshole. I hate that asshole. It's not fun. He's cranky. He survives the events of the first game, and he's here in the second game. I'm just like, of all the Jedi Masters from Dantooine to give us, you gave us Rook. You've called me here to answer for my crimes on Malachor 5.
Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi?
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
I realized that following Revan to war was in violation of the Jedi Code, and I broke it, knowingly defying the wishes of the Council.
It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us.
You are exiled.
Aegis, I think...
There is one last thing.
I think I've heard it said that Star Wars Holiday Special, like, scarred people, practically. It's just... It sounds like it's just cheesy and super bad.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi.
Atris,
he walked
you're
Revan's
kinda
path.
being a bitch.
He is not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led
just
Revan
kind of
to
like that
choose the
all the
path he
time.
did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him
It was of the
depart.
dark
He will
side.
simply join Revan again, or perhaps
She's
worse.
just like, dark
What did you
side
do,
everywhere!
Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a
I like
different
his
path.
mustache.
No, although
And,
that may come in time.
a little envious of
We
that
let him go
mustache.
because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death.
Everyone I
Many
disagree
battles
with
remain
is the
to die.
dark side.
What
Yes,
we have
that is
seen true.
absolutely
But the
Atris.
future is a shifting thing.
She's like, no.
He cuts like a blade.
You,
through it.
We
if
should
you
have
held
told
up a
him the
blue
truth.
pin
A
and she
Jedi
was like, that
deserves
pin's
to
red,
know.
and you're like, no, it's
No
blue.
good
She'd
will
be
have
like,
come from it.
the
Revan
dark
was
side
the
has
first
claimed
one.
you.
There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many
What?
years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth.
Bunch of
And he
joints.
will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Those last few moments after my trial, I had no idea. Keep searching the archives. There may be more information in there. Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. Master Rook's on Dantooine. Master Zez Kai El is on Nar Shaddaa. Kavar's on Onderon. Master Vash is on Korriban. Master Atris is on Telos. I like how she's not wearing normal Jedi robes. That's rather interesting. So there are only 5 survivors. And it just happens to be these 5, I guess. I do all those Jedi Masters.
Coincidence.
It is no
I agree.
coincidence. There is some
Never mind.
larger plan at work here.
Krey is right.
And we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Agreed. But we have no choice. They know what happened to me. And to be honest, we need their help against the Sith. Hello,
Those are
handmaiden.
Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your
Welcome aboard.
or any of your sisters.
Be nice.
It's just me. And I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
I'll take whatever help I can get.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of
Will
this.
you chill?
I will be in my chambers.
Yeah,
Her
me too.
chambers.
I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do.
If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General,
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will
We
attend
have
to myself.
bunks. Look, forget him. Take regular quarters. We have
It is
enough
no
room.
matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
You're welcome. The handmaiden is joining your party. She has the Ichani defense, which protects her against melee attack and is an excellent unarmed fighter. Sweet.
General, is there a reason you don't
Now I get to
carry a
touch base with
lightsaber
everybody.
anymore?
The Atris and the Jedi Council took it
It's
from
not
me.
your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one if you wanted to, but you know that.
These are great options. And why
don't
wouldn't
know,
I?
General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Very well. To begin, there's some parts I
think I
need.
can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
If these games ever get remade, like seriously remade, I hope they give us lightsaber customization options. Because having every lightsaber in the game just be a silver cylinder is a little boring. Alright, what do we need?
A power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means.
Chat, what is your
Never did
favorite Star
understand
Wars
them.
movie?
Those parts
And
are fairly
why
common.
is it Revenge
Though
of the
a Jedi
Sith?
once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing
Oh,
everything
we were
else around
talking
here,
about
so I may
Republic
as well
Commando
take a
earlier.
look at you too.
I have this awesome Republic Commando Black Series figure. I have the whole Delta Squad too, but they're up in my
What was
office
that?
right now.
That's what
But I
I'm
got
talking
him
about.
and
The
3
Black
more
Series.
plain white commandos, so I can have a squad of just plain Imperial Republic Commandos. Or just plain colorless commandos. What's going on here? Yes, if they're ever gonna get remade, I have to see what the new games makes them. I agree. Ooh, Rogue One is
I am
really,
not
it's a really good movie.
pushing you
Just
around. I just wanted
very
to see
good.
if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
seeing it in theaters was an experience. Loved it. Seeing the Y-Wings and the X-Wings on the screen again was just, oh, chef's kiss. That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started.
Macro camera so you can get ultra details,
You wouldn't
shots
guess
of
it
your
from the
minis for the
outside,
streams.
but it looks like you've been through a
Eventually,
lot.
I would like to stream tabletop games on here. I have so many, I might as well. I just have to figure out how I can switch between multiple cameras for a stream. And I'm also thinking of, I need to think of what room in my house to do it, and then to possibly hang a camera above where the tables will be, so we can have a top-down view of the game that we can switch between. Once I get that set up, I will probably start streaming tabletop games once a week. That might take over my kind of unplanned weekend stuff, at least on Sundays. Might be a good day for that. Let's save. Now's a good time to save. Oh, funny thing. They are doing a Lego remake of that Vader scene at the end, Aegis. It is a hallway piece, like the Lego Luke Skywalker Dark Trooper scene from the Mando Season 2. It is Vader and like 3 Rebel troopers in just the hallway of the ship. And it also comes with a ARC Trooper 5's miniature, I think, which is why I'm going to end up getting that set, so I can have that ARC Trooper for my Lego clone stuff. Alright, let's go talk to everybody. I don't have a weapon equipped anymore. That's fine. Ooh, hi, handmaiden.
Welcome, Exile. Is there
you
something
okay?
you need?
Are you alright?
Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos.
What do you
There's
mean?
an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease.
I do feel better. More in touch with my surroundings and others.
It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see.
Thank you. Can I ask you some questions? What are you doing?
I'm training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be
Is this the
prepared.
waifu of the
That,
KOTOR
I've
series?
forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
Honestly, in all the female characters between the two games, between the two KOTORs, I think my waifu would either be the Handmaiden or Mira, who will meet on Nar Shaddaa. But one of those two, they're probably tied for my KOTOR waifu. I like Bastila, but she's kind of a snotty brat through most of KOTOR. She's a great character. Just I wouldn't say she's waifu material for me. It's Handmaiden or Kira. Mira, excuse me. You could always play Pazak with Atman.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
Look, I don't think anyone here trusts each
It
other.
is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris.
You heard
believed
much.
that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
That is a high opinion. Is that why Atris was siphoning power to the Telos
The
Academy?
reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings of the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
Chat, who is your... Thank you, Aegis. That gave me an idea for the question. Who's your favorite Star Wars waifu? From any Star Wars anything? Comic, movie, game, book? Just curious. If you could pick any of them to be your waifu, who would it be? Aegis thought Beodor was the key to saving Telos?
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects.
That is
I do
high
not
praise.
realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways,
I have noticed that.
mirrors yours.
Asajj
Where he
Ventress.
walks, He carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you,
I think she's back in the Bad Batch Season 3, just so you know. I haven't seen it yet, but I saw like a picture of her. So if you needed an excuse to watch Bad Batch, there you go. Let's see. I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want you asking about it either.
I will respect your wishes, and his. Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. It's okay. Don't apologize. It's just hard to describe to somebody who wasn't there.
The Mandalorian Wars were like that for many. Many returned, who could not tell of their experiences
Salacious
in a way that
B.
could bring meaning to
Crumb. Who is Salacious B. Crumb, Rogue Caboose? Or is this a joke character? That is not a name I'd recognize. Forget it. I had other questions. Can you teach me some fighting
Training
moves?
is something reserved for certain caste members of the Ichani, but I do not see the harm in instructing you in some basic principles. I do not understand how you and Atris fight, but I will instruct you on how Ichani children are raised on warfare.
Oh! So, Salacious B. Crumb is the monkey lizard. That's Jabba's court jester. And that is your Star Wars waifu? I'm not gonna knock it. It seems kind of funny, but I also know that Jabba has told it if it ever stops making him laugh, he's going to eat it. I would not have expected that. I would not have. Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That seems as good a place as any to begin.
All Ichani fighting principles rely on foundations.
That's pretty fantastic.
If one does not understand the most basic of fighting moves, it is not possible to understand the higher tiers.
Makes
It is
sense.
similar to learning the alphabet of a language before being able to use words, then sentences.
I understand.
As
I
a
am ready.
foundation, I will instruct you in our elementary movements. The body itself is the first weapon you must master. It is not something that can be described. Let us duel, you and I, and that shall teach you more than my words can. Use only your hands and feet to strike at me, nothing else, or our combat shall be over. Do not resort to using any items or any force techniques you may possess. Such things will obstruct learning.
Alright, no force powers, weapons, or items.
Very
Got
well. I shall match my movements to resist your efforts. And do not hold back, or I will hurt you.
Rogue Caboose, Hondo Inaka might just be the ultimate Star Wars waifu. And to be honest, who would your best Star Wars husbando be? Aegis says probably Obi-Wan. It sounds like based on your comment, he does have solid life partner material. I agree. He feels like the kind of partner who would always be there to put a hand on your shoulder and be like, it's gonna be okay. And you'd believe him. Man, I gotta think who my Star Wars husbando would be. Right, no force powers. Okay, here we go. Combat shall be over. That's right, we're fighting in in the underwear. Her underwear, I'm in like my space suit. Like my space jammies. She's kicking my butt. Gonna have to do this a second time.
You fought well, but you announce your motions before attacking, sometimes quite loudly. Take as long as you need to recover.
I like her voice
And if you
actress.
wish, we shall fight again.
Yes! I'd like to
Very
try
well.
again, please.
Let us duel again. As a foundation, I will instruct you in our elementary movements. It is not something that use only your head.
Okay. You talked
Very well.
about this? Okay. So I'm gonna go with Critical Strike, because that has the chance to stun her, and then I could just wail at her for a second. I don't know if... Oh, she does serious damage numbers. I'm doing worse this time than I was before.
You fought well.
Darn it. Okay, let's try again. I'd like to try
As
again.
a foundation, it is not something that use only your hand.
Okay.
Very well.
Prepare yourself. Maybe the secret is in power attack. She just does so much with her power attacks. Whatever she was doing that last fight that was just doing 33 and 22 damage. Oof. That was rude. She knocked me over. I don't like that. Oh, now she's hitting and I'm missing. That's not ideal.
This will teach you.
Oh. Darn it.
You fought well, but
We got this. We're gonna do this.
very well.
I'd like to try again.
But as a foundation, it is not something that can use only your.
Come on.
Very well.
Got it. Okay. So, let us do some power attack. And then we're gonna flurry and follow up with some critical strike. We're gonna rotate them through. Which is kind of my emergency strategy. So power attack, flurry, and then critical strike in that same order. Oh, she keeps knocking me down and... Dang it. Oh, I was so close this time.
You fought well, but you announced. Very well.
I'd like to try again.
As a foundation, it is
Come
not
on, we're
something
almost
that
there.
can be use only your hands and feet to strike. Very well.
Alright, come on. Power attack, flurry, Critical strike. Okay. Doing some work with critical strike and flurry. Ooh, until she breaks out those power attacks. Oh, there we go. I stunned her. Okay. Come on. Stay stunned for one more round. At least. Okay, okay. Come on. If she beats me from here, I'm going to be really annoyed.
You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching
Excellent.
and anticipating my movements. I now have a favor to ask you.
A favor?
When the Jedi use the Force, I would like to know more about it.
What do you want
It
to
is
know?
not something you can see or fight, yet the Jedi use it and struggle with it their entire lives.
It is a difficult thing to describe.
I wish to know.
Imagine waking and hearing the heartbeat of the galaxy passing through you for the first time. The warmth of the sun without the glare. You can feel its light and its heat, but there's no harshness to
I
it.
see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
It was my pleasure. If you have any further questions in the future, seek me out and ask them. Influence gained. Let's put on some robes again.
Yes?
Want to talk to her? Could you put some
I
clothes
failed
on?
to understand the problem. I had heard the Corward systems had customs concerning modesty, but when training, such customs are not practical or efficient.
I disagree. In fact, if you don't train while encumbered, you're crippling yourself. That's true, because you're not really going to go into battle in the nude or in your underwear, even if you train in your nude or in the underwear. Unless you're a
I
Spartan.
can see no fault in your reasoning. I do have bulkier clothes. Will this do?
Those look like
They
Jedi
suffice
robes.
for training purposes. They belong to my mother.
They belong to your mother? Who was she?
She was the one my father followed to war. She was a Jedi. These are her robes. I have not worn them since they came into my possession. They are the only thing of her that I possess.
Do you miss her?
I never knew her. There is no absence of presence when there was nothing there to begin with. I miss only
That's
that I never knew
fair,
her at
but
all,
sad.
and what it was about her that caused my father to follow her to war.
Never mind. I'll be going.
Yes?
Can I ask you some questions? Why do you look different than your sisters?
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something usually spoken of in the company of others.
So you have a different mother but the same father?
Yes, that is correct. I feel that I may trust you with such things, so I shall speak of it if you wish to hear it.
Yes, I would hear it.
Though my father's blood I share with my sisters, I wear the face of my mother. My father was Usanis, an Ichani general.
He was a hero of the Mandalorian Wars, one of the greatest.
He left our family to serve in the Mandalorian Wars, but his choice was not because of battle. He went to join my mother, one whose movements and spirit matched his. His only desire was that they fight together, side by side, for as long as there were enemies amassed against them.
It's kind of romantic. If your face is any indication, she must have been
I
beautiful.
never saw her face, and she did not return from the final battle of the war. She died in the battle that shattered Malachor V, and her body was never recovered. My father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, and did not enter battle again. He entered politics, a caste where one's battles are fought through words rather than action.
What happened to him?
He was slain by Revan in the Jedi Civil War. When Revan sought to destabilize the Ichani worlds, Revan succeeded. The fact that our father chose battle is not shameful, but that is not the reason he went to war. He went to war to be with the one he loved, but not the one he had pledged himself to.
Ah,
I am
you're
part
the
of that disloyalty.
Jon Snow.
It is said that such things run in the blood, and I have fought long to prove that this is not so. That is why I am different from my sisters. Yet I am pledged to them, and Atris, and I would die before betraying them. I tell you this in trust, and ask that you not speak of it to others. I only wish you to know.
It'll stay between us. Why tell me, though?
Because when my father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, he walked as you do now. There was something wounded inside him. He did not speak of what had happened.
It honestly sounds
and
like
with us,
PTSD.
he was silent, changed. When I look upon you, I see in you an answer to a question I have searched for all my life. And that is why I tell you this now. I do not believe you to be the monster Atris made you out to be. I believe your choice was my father's choice, and it was just as difficult.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you for telling me.
You have earned my trust. I wish to honor the trust you have shown me, and I wish to explain what you meant to me. I know it is difficult for others to see why I am here, but it was important that you know one of the reasons, and know that it is not simply duty that I am here, but because I want to be here. I want to fight
appreciate you clarifying.
Side for as long as there are enemies that threaten you. You are a leader. Your stance, your every action proves it.
I am grateful for your words and your assistance.
You honor me, Exile. Together, then.
Together?
You may ask.
I had other questions. Did Atris ever
She
mention?
said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Oh?
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts.
What?
And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
She spends a lot of time complaining about me. And why was that?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars, when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I keep fighting into the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them, because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
That is untrue, but Atris is entitled to her
I
opinion.
believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
What do you think Atris's heart
Without having
says?
seen you in Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Well, if I fought Atris, then that might make the truth come out?
Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
Forget it. I had other questions.
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
Not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts, the galaxy is unmade.
There is some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me?
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there, but it was not intended as an attack.
Tiny bladders get me again. I'll be right back. Chat, I hope you behave yourselves. Do you think that I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Never mind. I'll be going. I gained more influence with her and more light side points. Excellente! Ooh, I have another part for HK-47. Yes. Initialize the control cluster. Stepping away from best boy HK over there. Do I want to go to a planet or do I want to talk to everybody? We should... Well, am I? Level 11. We should head to Dantooine. Or Nashida. You know what? We're gonna head to Dantooine first. We're gonna visit the ruins of the Jedi Academy from the first game. See how they're doing. So does nobody have any other husbandos from Star Wars? We just have Hondo Hanaka and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nobody else has a ideal husbando, or for those of you just joining, who is your ideal waifu from Star Wars? Alright, use workbench. That's right, the handmaiding robes are modifiable. Okay. One of those is my vibroblade. Upgrade the vibroblade. It's fine. Okay. Leave the Ebon Hawk. Let's take Beodur, and let's take the Handmaiden. It's a good balanced party.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first.
Okay, but what are you talking about?
You're one of the salvagers, right? Your ship looks banged up enough to be part of that lot, but you look different.
Salvagers? Hey, my ship is not banged up.
Have you taken a look at your ship recently? It looks like
Hey.
it's been chewed up and spit out by a Wookiee.
My
Nice.
baby, the
Very
Ebon Hawk,
nice.
has been through some
Your
shit.
ship is in just great shape. You
Thank
really don't
you.
look like a salvager, though. Why did you come here?
I'm just visiting. I lived here once. Yes, but much has changed since I was last here.
The Jedi Enclave on Dantooine was one of the major academies for young Padawans and apprentices. Many Jedi lived here once or twice.
Aegis, if you want some good Luke Skywalker stories, I have plenty of recommendations for you. If you have any interest there. And I can understand opinions of Luke changing after the sequel trilogy. I give you greetings, humans. So many visitors come to Kunda. New faces arrive all the time. It is sad all too often turmoil and strife bring the humans here. I am Pato Addo, an ecologist and xenobiologist. I await transport off this world to rejoin my herd. I've explored much of this planet, but I'm anxious to depart. Or are you so anxious to go? The wait for my herdship has been long. I'm eager to return to Telos, so I must find ways to pass the time. I've taken up a curious recreation known as Bazak. Much time has passed and I've made many friends, but now the humans here no longer play with me. I do not completely understand. When I was learning, they were eager to play for small amounts of credits, but now that I enjoy and know the game, no one will play. I even offer to wager rare components useful in the making of armor, but after a short time, even that wasn't enough. Now I'm anxious for time to pass again. You're not supposed you have a Pazak deck and inclination to pass the time with me. I'm interested. Can I play for armored components? You are? That's good to hear. Unfortunately, I save my armored components for special games. Perhaps after a few hands, I have many credits. We should pay for... Sure. Okay, 250 credits. Let's do it. Right, side deck. play a card. Ah, messed up. Okay, it's fine. Turn. I did not mean to end my turn, but I won the set anyways, and that's okay. The goal is to get to 20. Shoot. If I play that, set is tied. Okay. That jerk. Alright, the opponent wins. I should have played a card. Oh. Ha! Alright, next hand wins. Darn it! An enjoyable game. Hopefully you'll play with me again. After I win games, I've noticed humans are not as enthusiastic about playing again. But we can change the stakes to your liking. I'd like to change the stakes. Over the weeks, I found myself more credits than I need. We can play for as many credits or none at all. Oh. I can't back out of this. Can you afford 750 credits a hand? That is what you would like. Shall we play now? I'd like to win this, because I could use those credits. Play. Alright. Ooh, I'm going to, in the turn, shoot. Yeah, they win. It's set. Okay. Oh, you jerk. Okay, I have to win the rest of the sets. Oh. Oh, you jerk. Ah! Do you have cards I could buy? I have no credits because... I lost all my credits.
Yes?
I lost all my credits. I suck at Pazak. Alright. Ooh, she's got power attack. Okay, she's a power attack user. We want to give her regenerate vitality. Yes. Attributes. Yep. Feats. Okay. Master 2 weapon fighting. And Master toughness. Ooh, level up again. Let's see. Ooh, and level up Master Power Attack. Let's go ahead and equip her with her staff. I'm going to equip her with just clothing for now, because I am going to sell that frickin' outfit. Infiltrator gloves. Ooh, let's give her Warrior War gloves. Yes. No clothes and fortitude. Okay. I'm doing this for a reason. It's for a bit of a infinite credit farming. You can get her to put on the robes, unequip it from her, take it and sell it, and then come back to her when she is in her underwear again to put on and talk to her like, well, you put on some clothes, and she'll put the robes back on, and you can take it and sell it, and that's what I'm attempting to do here. We'll see if it still works. Because now I really need the credits because I lost all my credits playing Kazak. This is why I don't gamble.
Well, you don't look like a damn mercenary, and you don't smell like a stinking farmer. Why else would you be here?
I'll be going now. You seem grumpy. I'm gonna leave you alone. Ooh, and we have a big map to explore. Let Burst of Speed this. I'm gonna get better at Kazak so I can beat that jerkhole. No wonder people stopped playing him. He got really good. Just nobody could match his skill, I guess. Impossible. I don't have a lightsaber yet to bash it open. Ooh, Warsuit and an Achani shield. Excellent. Map is coming along nicely. War speed ran off. Wore off, excuse me. So I'll actually fill out the map and be spending a fair amount of time here for a while. Fellow traveler, are you far from your homeworld as well? I am Akir, a Celestian, starfarer, and honest trader. Every trader says they're honest, especially the dishonest ones. Fundamentally, this is the case. But Celestians journey through space for the experience of it. Credits are necessary to keep going, but they are just a tool. But if words will not persuade you, perhaps my prices might. What do you sell? I trade mostly in droid components. I build droids too. They fly my ship and keep me company on long voyages. If you have droid companions, you will surely appreciate my selection. Can I see what you've got? Yes, you may, and take as long as you like. There are many bargains to be had. Excellent. And, oh, I already had the control cluster. He buys stuff, which is good. We're going to go to armor. We are going to sell her robes. We're going to exit. We're going to talk to her. Can I ask you some questions? Darn it. I have to be on the ship to make... I could farm this. Yep. Okay. Let's... Rebuild HK. All that remains the droid chassis and the droid processor. Okay, you know what? Let's go back on the ship. Let's get more robes from the handmaiden, and we're gonna farm for credits for a little bit, now that I have a gambling problem. Gambling is bad, kids. Yes. The Celestians are very interesting looking species with their lips and jowls or owls or yeah, jowls. Misread that for a second. It is time. Who are you? Oh, okay. So that's what we're doing. Wound. Wound again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh, this is bad. She's about to murk me. That was bad. That went terribly. Oh no. Oh, I don't have a choice. I might have to back up a save. I might need to go level and then come back for this. What have you done to the crew? No response. You know what? Vista's also pretty great. I would put her near... Yeah, basically these three ladies from KOTOR 2, Visa's, Mira, and the Handmaiden are like three waifus from the series. Alright, we're gonna go this way. See if anybody else is here who can help me. Hey, Beador's here. Did she follow me? Beador, are you not gonna help me? distracted with Beodor. Aha! I cheesed it, but it counts.
Destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard from the
Master.
Force. My life for yours.
The remote. I
You
will
must.
not kill you.
The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands.
If you're watching this on YouTube, in the comments, put your Star Wars waifu and husbandos. I want to see what people have. I want to learn some things. Look, you're wounded. Stand. Let me get you to the medbay, please.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
I want your lightsaber, though, but I destroyed it. Darn it.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
What's a Miraluka?
Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's... well, that's
Excuse
a
me.
new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky.
Is she going to be
Well,
alright?
some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
I did shock the crap out of her. If her condition changes, let me know. I didn't want to hurt her.
She is a threat to us.
I won't harm her if that's what you're asking.
I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once. She should not be allowed to walk freely on the ship.
I will take that under advisement. Ooh, got another lightsaber part. Crafting a lightsaber. I still need a lens fixture. Then I can craft a lightsaber.
My life for yours.
Vistas.
I
Are
am
you
able
alright?
to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you're alright.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed if that's the answer you seek.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
And I fear that others will see the mercy in your actions and in my survival and use it as a weapon to do you greater harm.
How did you find me?
I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Who sent
I
you?
serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know. And that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
I need to know where I can find your master. Actually, how did you find me?
Felt you. Heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Never mind. I'll be going for now.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me?
Because I believe you can be
You
saved.
must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
To help another is not weakness. It is strength to them both.
So you say. But it is not something I have observed or seen.
What do you
I
mean?
remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories. Or the planet itself.
Tell me about your
It is
homeworld.
not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction.
Why did your master destroy
The
Qatar?
Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And Qatar, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died.
Oh, the comic that shows us is pretty cool. He attacked it because the Jedi had gone there?
I cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
I'll be going now. Ooh, gained more light side points and more influence resist. I'm almost maxed my light side points already. Pretty happy about that.
Hey,
Beador.
General, are you alright?
I am. But what are you talking
You look
about?
like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators.
When one is in touch with the Force, it can manifest itself visibly.
Is this something you wanted me for?
Nothing right now. But I'm gonna save now that I have cheesed but still successfully defeated Miss Mar over there that I was just talking to. Oh, there's so much. There's a lot of conversations to have on the Hawk with your crew in this game, especially because you can gain or lose influence with them. So it's a lot more important to
Her species does not
check in with them every so
do.
often.
They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled. I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. In saving her, you may destroy yourself, and do not mate with her. Whatever you may feel, whatever urges consume you, do not let them control you. Such a union would breed difficulties.
Just because I saved her doesn't mean I was going to charge up her loading ramp.
We shall see. I trust your exile has taught you restraint and discipline in the ways of the flesh. Like the servant of Atris, this one has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty.
If she can see through the Force, maybe she can help us
Perhaps.
find allies.
I am not convinced.
Instead, her planet was wiped out. It was the only colony of her people in this sector of the galaxy.
And what do you make of that?
Well, if her people all see the Force through the Force, then maybe somebody wanted to blind them.
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
I agree. Somebody wants this sector of the galaxy blind to the Force, so they can move freely or strike without warning.
I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger. And there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more. Ask.
I had other
I
questions.
will answer.
When Visa's attacked, she did something to my eyesight.
She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes.
All right.
Feel this ship around you. Listen to my words. Hear the sound of the handmaidens training in the cargo hold, her hands cutting the air. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work.
Hey, T3 is a stuck motivator.
Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive.
Hey, I can hear catching it. It's not fully fixed.
Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now,
my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar. I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
I heard her thoughts.
You are strong indeed. What you heard were surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned.
How did I do that?
That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not, because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
Okay. Gain +1 awareness and recovered some of my connection to the Force. Sweet!
How many more
Hello.
do you tend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
As many as want to come with us and help
Then
us.
prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
They're my friends, not my
Do
followers.
not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle?
They're your friends too. Maybe you could learn to see them that way rather than as
I am
followers.
too old for friends. And when the years settle upon you, you will dispense with such words as well.
What makes you think they obey
Because
me?
I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
I've noticed their behavior is changing. Atten especially.
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The woman, she worships you. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines, there are echoes. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
You have a point, and I will reflect
Good,
on this.
and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you
Have
mean?
never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his?
He was a powerful presence. There was little one did not believe when he spoke with conviction.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts, strong influence indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
I thought teachings of the Sith came from Korriban.
Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned.
That's technically a lie.
Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the
He
machines
did
that
actually
were
meet a Sith
constructed to be
Empire.
the Sith. They are wrong.
The
Sith
one
is a
from
belief.
Star Wars:
What
The Old
Revan
Republic, the
formed
online
was not
game.
an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
Do you have any ideas?
Not one, but we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes?
I think this was something that was being set up to deal with in KOTOR 3, but then we just never got KOTOR 3. I have other
Ask,
questions.
and I will answer.
Kira, Kreia, what are you? A Jedi or a
Does
Sith?
it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Then what were
What
you?
do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
I still wish to hear the story. Rhea's backstory. We get a video for her. Nobody else, just her.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power.
Hey, look who it is.
There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense.
This is a very basic cinematic. Oh, goodness. I forgot about that. Oh! 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 Oh!
I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled.
She was literally cast down.
I suffered indignities
Oh.
and fell into darkness. Learn from me my mistakes and use that knowledge to become
That got
greater
potentially
than I.
really dark.
That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force.
I need more than that,
If it
Kreia.
means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
I'll be going. Ooh, so close to Max.
Spending time with the servant of Atris.
I'm surprised you know so much when you never leave this
I knew
room.
her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master, named Aaron Kai. Jedi are forbidden to have children, and when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth was revealed.
How do you know that? The handmaiden told me not to speak of it.
Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos.
You said teach her the ways of the Jedi. Curious choice of words.
That was an interesting choice of words indeed. She has sworn not to follow the path of the Jedi by her oath, but even that oath is limited. One does not need to be Jedi to learn the ways of the Force. I suspect it cares little for our codes and philosophies.
It's a valid point. But there are only Jedi and Sith, so what you are proposing seems a greater evil.
Once there were only Jedi. I wonder what evil was in such days. And to think once there were no Jedi at all. Perhaps the Force defies such rigid classification of its followers. But we were speaking of the servant of Atris. I would caution you to be careful of your interaction with her. She is not as tempered as you.
Good to know. How could I train her, though?
Yourself first. The time will reveal itself. Yet if you
Fair
persist
enough.
as you have building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours. Before you
going.
go, a word of caution. Spend
Another
time
one?
with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy and yourself.
My loyalties lie to my friends and
Ah,
allies.
so it is loyalty you claim when you squander away your time with her.
Hey, listen!
Never have you wondered
She's my
what it
waifu.
would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won completely and utterly? If perhaps she would give in, surrender herself to you? Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind. Exile. And such passions are not strength, but
Interesting
erosion.
point of view. Perhaps. And perhaps not. We shall
I
see.
cannot help but hear you at times, and such curious thoughts they are, not at all like a Jedi. But I shall keep such thoughts to myself, I think. And you should as well.
Okays.
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let
Thank
the
you.
higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why?
There's enough suffering in the galaxy. If I can alleviate for one person, then I will have made a difference. I genuinely believe that in our
Even
world.
if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable.
It's because this is a video game. I think you are
Then
wrong.
you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency,
This is an
feed
interesting
upon
way
it
to see
until
it,
you have
Kreia.
exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
I do not turn on my allies like the Jedi turn on their own during the wars.
So you may think. But it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
I'll be going. Influence lost. I'm honestly fine with the influence being lost there.
Very well.
Teach me more about the Force. We taught me of sight. Is there anything else you
When
can
I
teach me?
spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe.
What do you mean?
Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids.
It kind of
and
sounds like
vehicles.
they're just describing
One's ability
Anakin.
to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others
With
have
Force
mastered
heal.
the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My
Definitely
warning
talking
to you
about
is
Palpatine
this:
there.
do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there to help you when needed. What skill would you say is your greatest
I agree.
strength? And
Persuasion.
what skill would you say is your greatest weakness?
Understanding
And
explosives.
my task before you is this. Take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force.
I can do that. Very well. I shall take this lesson to
As
heart.
you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, All your skills have a chance to improve and grow as well. When you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know.
I will think on this and return when my weakest skill is stronger. Influence
Yes.
gained. Nice.
Very
Yes,
well.
teach me about the Force. Before, when you taught me to listen, I wish to continue
Very
that
well.
lesson.
Sit with me.
Sit with me.
You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the room of 1,000 fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and
From the first movement flows the second. Strike, repeat, circle one's opponent. Repeat, faster, quicker. If Father had been faster. If only Father had been faster. If I was faster, I would no longer be the last of my sisters. But does Atris love him? Jedi do not love. Does Atris hate him? Jedi do not hate. This journey is harder
like
than
this
any
part.
she has sent me on.
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9, 10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8, 11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
as my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9, 10.
for in fear
Switch the face of the +2
Your
lies
command
death.
echoes
card.
still,
The
General,
total is 8,
and I
11.
obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
The sound in the background, what is
Not
that?
now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me.
I hear you. This is incredible.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, exile.
What about
The
T3?
droid cannot be read in such a way. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations.
His thoughts,
and
not its.
Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts.
Pronouns are
That is
important.
why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
I did hear something from Beodor.
Indeed. It is strange that I did not.
There was also something wrong with
Of
Adam's
course
thoughts.
there was. It is because Atten was not playing Pazak, yet he counts cards in his head. At times, he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atten is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Perhaps. Maybe I'll go see him. See how his Passat game is coming. Sweet. Got more force points. That's what I like to see. Yeah! Coming along with the alignment. OT3. I can improve you now. I can modify your stats. Where are you? I don't even hear him. Oh, there he is. Hey, T3. Might be able to upgrade your computer core, memory core. Alright, let me take a look. Yes! Nailed it. Well done. How do you feel? Due to your computer skill, T3 has gained +1 intelligence. Sweet. What do you mean I faded out there for a second? You were shut down. I have other questions for you. Looks like you're in need of some routine maintenance. Just sit still. This won't take long. That should do it. You doing alright? Due to your repair, he's gained 1 constitution. Nice. What do you mean I faded up there for a second? Glazed look? What are you talking about? And other questions. Mind if I try upgrading your memory core again? Alright. Shut down for a while. This will be over in a second. All done. That should up your processor speed. Got another +1 to intelligence. What do you mean I faded out there for a second? You were shut down. I was working on you the whole time. There was nothing wrong. I have other questions. Alright. Ready for some more routine maintenance? Let me just pry open the front panel and get to work. Oh, maybe I should have replaced this part before closing you up. We'll try again later. Like to try and upgrade your core again? No, not so much. Look, you should know I can pull this off by now. Fine. Okay. How's the Ebon Hawk? Good. Good job. Glad to hear it. I have other questions. How did you get here, T3? You're deliberately avoiding answering. Why? Let me check your core. I'll be careful, I promise. I just want to make sure you're alright. Just let me check, okay? Ah, damn, that's wedged in there tight. Okay, I have to try that again later. What are my computer skills? 8. And my repair is also an 8. Okay, those need to get buffed up. And so does my demolition skill. Next time I level up, I need to talk to Atten.
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now it's bright around you. You've come a long way since Paragus. And despite all we've been through,
I have
you seem
11 levels to be precise. I feel as if I've been more in touch with the Force than I've ever been.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
I had some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want to know?
Never mind.
I don't know what it is, but...
Feel more in touch with the Force than I've ever been. Never mind.
Something up?
Come on, let me ask you about the Bazak in your head. Playing Bazak in your head again?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
There are no ticks in the power coupling.
Of course it's fixed. And that's why you should count the ticking in the power coupling, too.
You're not making sense. Silent. Looks at player. Frowns.
Why do I play Pazak?
We can't even see his face. This is set up to just stare at the back of his head all the time. It's a friendly game, sure.
Now, what are you thinking about right now?
Well, Pazak, of course, the game.
And that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open. And anyone could walk right in.
Atten, before I felt your mind, with Krea's help. I'm sorry.
Of course you did. You see, Jedi, light or dark, do it. More often than you'd think. But I never heard one say they were sorry before. That's a new house rule.
What do you have to hide?
I'm just someone who plays Pazak in his head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
Is that something you could train me to do?
I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, that I want to learn to play Pazak.
Good. Now you understand. Alright, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Jedi do it all the time. And when they walk in the dark places of your mind, they'll use it to hold you by the throat.
Atten has taught you to play Pazak in your head as a way of resisting mental domination. You gain a permanent +1 to your willpower saves. Nice. Time to save after all this talking. Ooh, I need to speak to the handmaiden again. Get her to put on some more robes.
Yes?
You put on some clothes?
I can see.
Discreet.
What will this do?
Put on some clothes. I'll be going. Now. If I can't equip them myself. Put some clothes on. Disagree.
I can see. What will this do?
Oh,
yes?
I can keep doing it.
I failed.
We put some clothes on. I disagree.
What will this do?
Yes, I'll be going. Thank you.
Yes?
You put on some clothes. I disagree.
No fault. Will this do?
Yes, I'll be going. We're gonna get our freaking credits back.
Yes?
One more time. Can you put on some clothes? I disagree.
No fault. Will this do?
Yes. Okay. Now.
Yes?
Now, one more time so she actually has stuff to wear. I disagree.
No, will this do?
Yes. Excellent. Let us go. Let's bring the handmaid. And let's bring Beodir. Beodor. Alright. Beodor, you were just on the struggle bus all the time with your health. Okay. Let's equip you with some better armor.
Yes.
Alright, team. Let's get in there. Burst speed. How's my map coming? It's coming alright. Let's go sell some more Jedi robes. I love that glitch. Yes, I want to speak to you. I'd like to see your wares. Show me armor. Handmaiden's robes. Yes. Yeah. No. What? Huh. So the game glitched. And somehow I have 30 of her robes. What? You still wish to sell it? Yes. Yes. Oh goodness. Hope this doesn't break the game. But it does mean I can buy all the grenades that I want. Show buy list. Miscellaneous. I'm gonna buy all those parts though. And the computer spikes. Gonna need those later. Okay. Let's go check it out. Street door. Door is locked.
Hey, get away from that door. The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
Oh, might be. Oh, my hip. Sitting in that position too long. We're gonna give her light Achani armor for now. Every time we go back to the ship and take her gear off, and we're gonna just farm that. I'm gonna have credits are not gonna be a problem. They will not. Encase this joint first. And map out the best. Defense towers. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, in we go. In Nakunda.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were.
What?
Always so superior, so arrogant. And
that is not true.
Hand when we really needed them.
When I played KOTOR one, I helped
You
everybody
should.
on Dantooine.
My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Okay, then. Okay.
Salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garevik is the worst of them.
A lot of people here hate Jedi. When they were here...
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Why not?
Like a droid without its power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back. I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now. I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine, and then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment.
The Salvager stole your equipment?
Yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Legricks came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the Salvagers had already stripped it bare. I went to their camp to get back my moisture vaporator. This smug fellow Joran told me that he found it within the ruins, and by law, it belongs to him now. He said to give it to me for the bargain price of 500 credits. I wasn't very happy about it, but the law was on his side. So I paid this scoundrel. Now the moisture vaporator doesn't work. It's mysteriously missing its modulator. Joran is offering to sell me a modulator he found for another 500 credits.
Sounds like a douche. Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager. If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful. I'm not rich.
I will see what I can do.
Some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Right. Hi, Bayron. Hey, a merchant. Adam Larp. Greetings, fellow Scythian. I notice you are not heavily armed, or at least not heavily armed enough. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Adam, a simple merchant with a noble purpose. The settlers and other fine humans of Dantooine have been plagued by war, Cathhounds, Kenrath, mercenaries, and other fearsome troubles of late. It is much too sad to see things like this happen to such humans, therefore my mission is clear. Selling arms, right? You are astute human, and quite correct. To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I offer the highest of quality weapons at the lowest of low prices for them. I am here offering you much in the way of weaponry at low prices. How could any sentient being pass up a bargain? They cannot. Weaponry it is, weaponry I have. What is it you would like from me this fine day? Let me see what you're selling. Yes, here's the best you could find anywhere on this world. Gamorrean War Axe. Nice. Sith War Sword. Oh. Nice. Let's see what else we got. I doubt we have any good parts. Uh-oh. Nothing great. That's fine. Let's go speak to the administrator.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You
Nice to meet you.
Owner of the ship that just landed?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Batir.
Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours?
I came in that ship, yes.
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
I'd prefer it if you keep that quiet. Jedi don't seem to be liked here, or practically anywhere these days.
That is an unfortunate truth. and a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
I'm looking for a Jedi. Could you tell me who you're talking about?
Let's just call him Vrook. We've known him for years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He didn't send for me, but I would like to meet with
Vrook
him.
and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the
See what I can do.
Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I'll make it my first priority.
Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia
Ain't that
transmit
the truth?
permissions to the Enclave security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Is there any work I can do
There are
here?
plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and
One
make
thing
your
at a time.
intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around.
That's fair. I'll be going. Filling out the map. We are gonna head to the salvager camp. I think. Zarin, you probably have gigs for me. But I am anxious to get to the Enclave. Because that guy will give me a part for my lightsaber. I'm pretty sure, and once I get that part, I'll be able to... Should be the last part I need. So we're gonna make a beeline for the ruins. But also help people, because I have my friends with me. I want to get some influence with them. Nose is all itchy. Let's fill out the map. Not going that way, we're going this way. Enemy sighted. Do it again. Good job, team. Nice. Gotta keep filling out that map, though. And that drone has like 50% health. And it's... I like Beador having it. It kind of adds something to his character, but it doesn't do much till the end of the game. And then it's kind of like, I hope you planned for this kind of crap. Enclave Courtyard. Jedi Masters can shrug off some damage inflicted upon them. Ooh, Salvager Camp.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain?
I guess I'm a salvager, technically.
We don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find.
Why don't you think I'll find
Because
anything?
anything valuable in the ruins was carted away months ago. The only salvagers left are either desperate, ornery, or not right in the head. And while
Except
you
for
look
you,
dirty
right?
enough to be here, I don't think
Hey.
you're any of those things. So go back to Kunda.
What do you do around here?
I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Slow business now, but I get by. Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. Besides, that's none of your flaming business.
Oh, okay. Can I see what Jedi
You should've let
artifacts
me
you have
know
for
you're
sale?
a customer instead of letting me think you're some disease-ridden salvager. Let me show you what
What?
I got.
Ooh, Jedi robes. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, we'll buy these crystals. We'll want them later. I got the credits to spare. Yes.
You still lurking around here? Just go back to Kunda. You're not gonna find any
I bought all
Jedi
your
artifacts
stuff.
here, except the ones I'm selling. If you're not going to listen to anybody, maybe you can help me out. The only place that has anything is the sub-level. And only a
Makes
couple
sense.
of fools have gone there. And they're now dead fools. Yeah, I'd like to do the decent thing and get their bodies and put them to rest. That hole isn't a fit place for a salvager. So,
I don't feel like
if
that's
you find
what
a
you
couple
really mean.
human corpses down there, just grab their gear and their bodies. I'll pay you 500 credits for each of them.
That seems unusually generous
Us
of you.
salvagers that are still here have to stick together.
I'll be going. Journal entry added.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity?
I do indeed. It is a... Are you selling something?
Transparent to you? Apparently this is so. I am Ralon, known throughout this camp for the many artifacts of value that I have uncovered. An expert, this is certain. A question I
don't
pose
feel
to
that
you,
is the
traveler.
case.
Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? Powerful Jedi holocron.
You found a holocron? I'm impressed.
You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come.
Can I inspect the holocron? Maybe it's broken.
I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits.
It is a remarkable fake, but it's not even worth the time you wasted describing it.
How'd you know? Well, I never unload this accursed thing. This isn't my fault. You can't blame me.
How isn't this your fault?
Forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap.
Oh, this was a delightful camp.
Serious. Any sentient with scent glands can tell that this is the garbage pit of Dantooine.
Goodness. Even the salvagers hate themselves. So, you didn't make this?
Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers, incidents like this were common. But now there are few of us, and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can make it home to my family and children.
I doubt you even have a wife.
All your observations. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So, what should we talk about?
I have to go. Ah! Get that jerk. I like the awareness. I'm like, I doubt you're even married. Ugh. That guy deserved that sass. Trying to scam me. It's bad news to scam people. It's not a good thing to do. Made it to the Enclave. We should save the game. About to hit a good stopping point too, I think.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody?
I guess
What
that's a
do
no.
you want?
I'm headed into the
You
ruins of the
won't
Enclave.
find anything there except on the lowest sub-level, and there you'll only find death. Lagreks are everywhere. I managed to
happened?
get this sad lot of salvagers to work together. Then we get 2 rooms into the sub-level, and we get swarmed by Lagreks. And even then we fight our way out. But of course the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there. I don't even know why I bothered.
Where is he? I might be able to
I'm
save
not
him.
going to tell you that. If you do rescue him, you'll just
What?
have to claim on the salvage. Jedi artifacts are rare enough these days without some newcomer coming in. So stay out of it, and we won't
I
have
could
a
save
problem.
him and you're just not gonna... Okay. Are you going back for him?
Kidding? Of course we aren't. He's on his own. I only wish he didn't have the salvage on him. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
Okay. Rude. Yeah, we'll get out of your way. But you and your two clones and one old guy run off. Okay, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. We've landed up, we finished up Telos for now. We did the Hidden Academy on Telos. We have landed on Dantooine. We gained 2 new party members, some waifus, if you will. We learned Atten shields his mind, and we learned Krea's backstory. So that's all been a blast. I do hope everybody has had a fantastic day, and thank you all for joining in on the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check out some of my other videos, and if you are watching this on the Twitch channel, you should go check out my YouTube channel, where I've got my full KOTOR 1 playthrough, and the rest of this playthrough at the moment. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your night, and a fantastic rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.